Fremont Federal Credit Union High School football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Our national anthem, and it is football time here at Bishop Stadium. Let's go down to our colleague, the #1 rated sideline reporter here in North Central Ohio, sponsored by Frickers. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
John, this should be a really good game tonight. You know, two teams that were very, very successful last year, but that's where it ends. Clyde getting off to a much better start after that great campaign last year. I'm going to be very interested to see how Clyde responds after that really hard-fought loss last week. Looking at Sandusky, they had a big turnover issue in the last game or two, so if they can hang on to the ball, that could really turn this into a really good football, because we know Sandusky still is a pretty talented football team.
Oh, absolutely. The Blue Streaks are dangerous. There's just no doubt about it. And Mike Martin, your thoughts here before we kick it off.
Yeah, and when you look at what Sandusky's going to do passing the ball, Franklin has 79 attempts. He has 40 completions, 410 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Last week, Jaden Cook, you know, he felt a little adversity. He had 2 interceptions last week, but you know, he's thrown 58 times, completed 36 of those for 5 touchdowns, and he's throwing at 62% right now. His #1 receiver is Brady Wilson. Has 12 catches, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, and he is actually 3rd in the conference. Jaden Cook is #1 in the conference for passing. And then you've got Will Lozier, another receiver that he likes to go to. Will's got 8 catches, 149 yards. He has 1 touchdown. And Griffin Knopf has 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, and they rely on their running game as well. Michael Daniels, 2nd in the conference, 79 attempts, 347 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
All right, and the Flyers take the field here tonight at Bishop Stadium. So glad to be with you. John Cullen with Mike Martin and Brad Bannister. Year number 36 of bringing high school football to our friends and families across North Central Ohio. Remember, if you can't pick up our radio signal, pass the word. You can hear us on WOHFradio.com. Click on the Listen Live, and you can hear us, or you can download the 92.1 The Wolf app and hear us that way. And we're glad to have you here tonight. All right, so Sandusky in the road, dark blue trousers, white helmets with the Blue Streaks, and their white jerseys with blue numerals. Pretty easy to pick them out tonight, Mike. On the other side with Clyde, sometimes it's hard to see those white numerals on those yellow jerseys. But either way, Clyde will kick off. Sandusky will get it to start the ball game, and we are just about underway. And there's the kickoff. It's a squibber. It's going to hit and bounce. It's going to be fielded at the 35 and advance to about the 30, they're going to say 38, 39-yard line. Good field position as the Blue Streaks started for there. Their quarterback is Michael Franklin. He's a junior, 6 foot 175, and he's the real deal, Mike.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, you know, he's had 40 completions on 79 attempts for 410 yards, and that's pretty much going to be the strength of what they're going to be able to do here, especially after what they saw Columbia being able to do against this Clyde defense.
And I think he's on a rushing side, probably their leading rusher too. So dual threat. He's in the pistol. 2 running backs right next to him. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. First snap of the ball game. There goes a man in motion. They're going to hand off right guard and getting maybe a yard. And they'll spot him just shy of the 40. So getting the ball on that carry was Antonio Talley.
Robbie Greenslade did a nice job coming down from that defensive end spot, sliding down and being able to wrap him up for a very short gain.
Second down and 8, just underway here today. And the Blue Streaks, second down and 8, getting ready. They're going to move now. Tally up in the slot. Franklin looking for a snap. There he is. It's a high snap. He's going to keep it himself. It's a little bit of a busted play, but he will pick up about 2 more. And he'll get across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. And that will make it third down, and we'll call it 6 here in this first drive.
Robbie Greenslade again had him wrapped up. Dylan Overmeyer came up and from his linebacker spot and cleaned the play up.
So Greenslade saw some playing time last year, but this year progressively has been getting more and more involved on the defensive side.
He has, and he's also been a part of that offense at tight end as well.
All right, we're going to have a 5-receiver set for Franklin. He's got 2 to the near side, 3 to the far side. Let's see how the Clyde Fliers match up defensively. Franklin looking for a snap. He's back to throw. It's going to be a quick out, and it's going to be caught, and it will be for a first down. They got the ball out there to Javante Roldan, and Roldan is able to haul it in. Nice possession pass, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he ran a very nice pattern. He was able to get separation between Brady Wilson and, did a nice job of coming back for the ball, but Brady Wilson was right there to make the tackle, so there was not much run after the catch.
Well, and they've got speed, so Clyde's got to honor that, right? And we'll see how they run. All right, now they got 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Now they're going to put up in the slot as Tally. Franklin back by himself, moving left to right as you hear it tonight on your radio. Now here comes a man in motion. They're going to fake the jet sweep. No, they're going to go the jet sweep to the left side, and they're going to continue to pick up yardage and almost get about 5 yards. They're going to spot at 3 as they went Desmond Williams with a little bit of a jet sweep, Mike, trying to get to the outside of that defense.
Yeah, that was a nice job as far as that offensive line, just pushing the defensive line back and continued to keep the legs moving to gain an extra couple yards.
Second down and 7 here early in this contest. First possession of the evening with Sandusky. 1 receiver to each side. Now they've got 1 setback with Franklin on his right and 1 in the slot. It's a high snap. Franklin's going to lose it. Franklin's going to try to run for it. He's going to get hit, and he'll get dropped for a big loss all the way back to the 41-yard line. Franklin was lucky on that one. Let's go down the sideline. Brad Bannister, that could have squibbed away, but it bounced right to him, and good thing for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. In that case, Sandusky was. I don't think it was a terrible snap. It wasn't perfect, but by all means, he should have caught it, and that's going to put him behind the sticks here.
So it'll be third down, and we will call it 18. Big play, so look for Sandusky to try to pass across the middle, Mike, of that Clyde defense if Franklin can get the time to throw. Clyde's showing a three-man front right now. As 4-man front, he's rolling out. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught and being brought down for a gain of about 7. Again, is going to be rolled on, and that's going to make it 4th down and 12. Ball spotted at the 48. So that was a huge play by the Blue Streaks to get that negative yardage, Mike. Now they're going to have to punt after this drive of, see, they had a 6-play drive. And now they'll punt the football to Clyde.
They will be going into the wind, by the way, fellas.
All right, thanks so much, Brad. How you like being called a fella, Mike? That's pretty respectful, right?
Yeah,
fellas.
I like fellas.
There we go. There's the punt. It's going to be off the side of his foot, and it's going to be no good. And that time we'll see how they mark it, Brad.
The good fellas.
The good fellas, that's right.
That's right.
Hey, fellas. Okay, so Clyde will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. So the Flyers are a little banged up in that week. That tussle with Columbian last week was a pretty hard-hitting ball game, and let's see how they go today. Now, it looks like at running back, we were concerned about him, but it looks like Michael Daniels is in the backfield. So it looks like he will start the game. Jaden Cook's in the quarterback. We've got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Cook looking at the signals. He's got 5 people waving their hands at him. You've got to decide which one's giving you the true signal. Daniels on his left side, the handoff to Daniels. He puts his head down right in the line of scrimmage, and boy, he gets nowhere. Maybe a yard at the most, and this might be the first possession, but Daniels did not look real explosive on that handoff.
No, he did not. And Jason Midtower was able to come up and make the stop from the defensive end spot. One thing that Columbian was very successful at last week was bringing a lot of linebackers from the inside. And they were able to put a lot of pressure on Cook. And we'll see if Sandusky's going to do the same.
All right, Clyde's got a second down and 9. And there's going to be all sorts of movement, and we'll see if it was encroachment. Let's go down to Brad and see if it was offsides.
Looks like they moved up front. No, they're going to call it offside, John, on Sandusky.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like they had jumped over.
5 yards, second down.
So the penalty is going to advance the drive for the Flyers. The ball's now going to go to the 36. So it'll be second down and a long 4. Two receivers on the far side, one on the near side, Cook in the backfield. Here comes now Lozier in motion. He's in the slot, and we're going to have another penalty. And what will it be this time? Was Clyde maybe not set?
Play clock is at 0. I don't know if it was.
Okay. Delay a game. Let's see if they call it.
I heard a whistle, but I don't see any flags.
No, there was a couple seconds left when they blew the whistle.
Okay.
Somebody got a little anxious maybe out there.
Okay. So back to action.
No harm done.
Nope. 7:19 to go. Cook back to throw for the first time. He's looking. He's got guy wide open. And it's going to be caught at the 30. Stutter step down to the 19-yard line. Oh, Griffin Nuffs blew by his defender. And a big first down pass play from Cook to Nuffs.
Yeah, Damian Westbrook, he was looking in the backfield. And as soon as he started to keep his eyes in the backfield, he got blown past and it was wide open.
That goes for 45 yards. And Clyde now in is going to be our Fremont floor covering red zone. No score in this ball game. 7:08 to go. Cook looking for the football. He's got it. Hands off to Daniels. Right tackle, head down. He gets by. We got a penalty flag. And generally when we see 2 in the same area, it looks like it's going to be a hold against Clyde.
Yeah, what they were trying to do, they were trying to seal that end over on that side. And Sandusky had big Demarion Dennison, 5'10", 240 pounds, that was trying to get outside. And I think they grabbed on him a little bit, and that's what brought the laundry out.
All right, it's going to move the ball all the way back to the 29, so 10-yard penalty. First one of the night for the Flyers, but it is untimely to say the least. 7:02 to go. This drive is now 1st and 20. In motion is Clyde. Cook rolling to his left. He's looking. Wait for the play to develop. He finally gets out to the receiver. It's going to be Wilson. Wilson gets hit and dropped about the original line of scrimmage, so he'll pick up the 10. And what I liked about that play, Mike, is that Cook this time didn't have his release downfield, but he saw his receiver sitting in this little flat right here and got it to him on a timely basis.
Yeah, he did a nice job of looking that off, and a little hard count. Got Sandusky to jump off sides again.
Wow, so Sandusky going to jump off side, move the ball down to 14 for Clyde. Now it will be second down. So this went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 19. Now it's 2nd and 5. That's football. It looks like they're getting ready to call.
And they're going to do it again.
Sides again.
One thing that Clyde does, they'll come up to the line, look like they're going to run a play, and then everybody turns over and looks at the sideline. As soon as they turn over and look at the sideline, Sandusky thinks that they're going to start to play, and they've been jumping off sides. So that's 3 times that Clyde has been able to get them to move and get into that neutral zone.
Wow, 2 straight penalties gives Clyde a first down, 1st and 10 inside the Fremont floor covering red zone. Again, 6:12 to go in this first quarter of play. Clyde's first drive of the night. Daniels just to the right, and here comes Berger on the sideline. He gives a block for Daniels. Daniels puts his head down. Daniels gets inside the 5. He's going to get dropped about the 3, so he's going to pick up 6, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. So Berger comes in at the wingback position, Mike, and throws a nice seal block to get Daniels freed up to pick up 6. Second and goal at the 3. 5:42 to go, no score.
Yeah, Kenny McCarty came up from the linebacker spot, doing a nice job. Kind of got off that block and made the stop.
Now they're going to give it over to Overmeyer. The fullback puts his head down. He fights and keeps on fighting. They're trying to get the pile to push, and they will spot him down at the 1, so it'll be third down and goal at the 1. So Overmeyer getting a little action here tonight for the Flyers, running-wise. And they've got third and goal at the 1. Quickly the line of scrimmage, double wing set. They hand off straight to middle to Overmeyer, right in the end zone. Touchdown, Clyde.
Yeah, that time they were able to just go ahead and get set very quickly. And usually what they do is turn to the sideline, but that time they took off and ran the play, gave that wide open hole for Overmeyer to get in the end zone.
So the 5:06 mark. It is Clyde on the board. And to kick the extra point, Sidney Holman. I think Holman is 6 of 7 on extra points this year. 1 for 1 on field goals. And she'll be in to attempt extra point number 1 here for the evening. And we're getting ready for the set. Cook will hold. There's a snap. There's a hold. She kicks it up, and it's low, but it gets over. That's all that matters.
That's right.
And the extra point is good. So at the 5:06 mark, our Fremont Athletic scoreboard is Clyde 7 and Sandusky nothing. We'll be back with a kickoff after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient offices or visit us online at fremontfcu.com to check out the credit union difference. We offer local decision-making on loans, making the process fast and easy for our members. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back with the kickoff fumbled around by Sandusky. They've got it first and 10 at their 15. Now that touchdown brought another $100 sponsorship by Sunrise Cooperative donated to Fueling the Cure. It's a campaign for food-based research at The Ohio State University. For more information, log on to fuelingthecure.org. Another $100 towards the cause. Here comes Sandusky. 3 receivers here to the near side, and they're going to hand off to the outside and getting set for a big loss. And this time, Clyde read it perfectly. It was Michael Pizarski. Pizarski got the ball, and he got set back 2 yards, back to the 13.
Yeah, that was Remington Norman. Right now, Remington's got 20 tackles on the season. He's got 2.5 sacks, and he's the guy that kind of makes his defense go up there on that line.
So they ran 3 receivers, Mike, to the near side, and then went ahead and countered back to the other side. Norman, obviously, stalwart defensive lineman. Now we got 3 receivers to the far side. Here comes Franklin. He's going to hand off again up the middle. Boy, there's a breakaway now, and getting some free yardage at the 30, the 35 to the 40, getting dropped at the 42. Again, Michael Pizarski, 5'9" junior. And I tell you what, he whittled his way through that Clyde defense and danced himself to a pretty big gain to the 42, or 41, excuse me, first down, Sandusky.
Yeah, Robbie Greenslade again. He was trailing him, chasing down from behind, got slowed up in the secondary a little bit by Darian Ayers, who came all the way across the field from his right corner spot to slow him down so Greenslade could make the tackle.
So now they're featuring Pizarski a little bit. The junior running back, 5'9", he's only 150. But again, Sandusky with athletes, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Pizarski right next to Franklin. Franklin looking for the snap. Clyde showing blitz. Here they come, and they're going to go ahead. Franklin's got it up in the air, and there is nobody to be found out there. Of course, I think that he had to throw that quick. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, it looked to me like the pressure from Clyde forced his hand.
Yeah, he just kind of got rid of it. Like you said, the pressure from Clyde, but like he had no intention of knowing anywhere where he just threw that ball up for grabs. So if Clyde can force that kind of pressure on him, they ought to be looking at a jump ball downfield.
Yeah, that was Dylan Overmeyer and Jaron Bolger, both of them coming hard through those A-gaps.
3:44 to go in the first quarter of play. It is Clyde 7-0. Sandusky with the ball. There they go to handoff again. It's going to be a nice pickup, but then the linebackers closed in on the running back, Pazarski. He went right off left guard and picked up about 6. So they're going to spot him just inside the 46-yard line. So they're going to call it a long 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5 here to go in this first quarter. Moving quickly.
Andrew Bauer did a nice job of coming up from his safety spot and putting a good hit on him and drove him back about a half a yard.
A little bit tighter formation this time for Sandusky. 2 receivers, but they got somebody in the slot right now. Franklin looking for the snap. Clyde showing blitz. Franklin's going to throw it out of here. It's going to be nice caught. We've got a penalty flag right near the line of scrimmage. That was great coverage by Wilson. That was a better catch by Roldan, but I believe we're going to have a hold here against the Blue Streaks.
That was a great play call right there because Clyde sent both their inside linebackers that vacated the middle of the field, so that slant was there, even though it was good coverage by Wilson, but should be nullified.
Chop block penalty by the Blue Streaks. Some updated scores here. Columbians 7-0 over Bellevue, and it's the only score we have right now. Port Clinton 16-0 over Willard in the first quarter. So that's a big one for the Blue Streaks. That moves it all the way back to the 29.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty, especially when you get a first down and then you drop it all the way back. Now it's 3rd and 31.
Yeah, I think that math is off. It looks like 3rd and 21. Either way, back to throws Franklin, and we've got another penalty on this side. He throws it deep again, and it's going to be caught. No! Boy, let's go right down to Brad Bannister. I tell you what, Ayers had perfect coverage on that play.
Oh, great coverage. And actually, it was a really, really nice throw. Maybe a tad underthrown because that receiver looked big going for that ball for Sandusky, but it looks like we're going to get something going on. Oop, here you go.
All right, so that pass will go incomplete. It'll be 4th down. There's a sideline warning. Another updated score. Norwalk 3-0 over Perkins. And, of course, this game right here. So, Clyde now will get the ball back with 2:41 to go in the first quarter. They're up 7-0. So right now the Clyde defense adjusting pretty well to Sandusky offense. Sandusky's one of those teams that if they start breaking big plays, you can tell they'll fire up. But right now they're struggling just a little bit. Here comes the punt. Boy, Nero almost hold there. Huge punt. Well over Lozier's hand. He's going to fumble it. It's right in front of him. And he's going to get hit and dropped right at the 20-yard line. So it'll be Clyde's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 20. And so far, Mike, what are you thinking?
Well, you know, Sandusky had a couple of nice plays with the penalties. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what they've got right now lined up with penalties. But the big penalty that took away the first down from the chop block and set them back to, 21 yards to go to get a 3rd and 21. You know, that was huge for them. And then, you know, Clyde's doing a nice job of getting decent pressure on Franklin.
I think Sandusky's got over 30 yards of penalties right now early here in this first quarter. All right, Cook, Berger in at the wingback position. Cook looking. He's going to hand off, fake handoff. He's looking to roll to his right. He's looking over here in the middle of the field. He's got a pass right open there. It's going to be to Wilson. In and out of his hands. Oh, on the way down the ground, he grabbed his helmet because he knew it. It was laid in there perfect. Brad Bannister, you could not have painted that football any cleaner than what Cook threw to.
Oh, man, he got great separation. He had enough, maybe, 4 to 5 feet, and Cook laid it exactly in the one place he could catch it in stride, and Mr. Wilson just could not hang on to that ball.
Tristan Duran was the defender on that play, and he was lagging behind by a couple steps. So, you know, that's one that Wilson is going to have to make up for here, and I'm sure he will.
Right, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Boy, Clyde looking for the big play, and they just went ahead, and I think they shot themselves in the foot. They're going to say offsides by Sandusky, but it looked to me like the left guard of the Flyers jumped, Mike, to be honest. It's going to be another offside penalty, and Sandusky just helping Clyde move their drives along. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 5. So you threw the long pass, it was incomplete. 2nd and 10, now you got 2nd and 5, and making it easier for the Flyers to move down the field. Another big penalty. Berger in motion, then he'll come set back. Here we go, high snap. Cook hangs on to it. He's going to throw it out here to Berger. Berger's going to get it. He'll spin and fight, and it looks like Berger will be very close to the 1st down. Let's go down to Brad and see if he did get it.
No, they got the clock moving. Oop, they actually were rolling it, but they're stopping it, so it looks like they're moving the change, John. First
All right,
down,
so 1st down pass to Berger, and Berger will get the 1st down. I like it when teams will throw to the tight end or the wing back, little kind of drag-type patterns, Mike, just to kind of get those linebackers to stay honest. And that time, nice possession pass out to Berger. All right, Caden Berger, excuse me. 2 receivers to the far side. Here comes Berger in motion. Now he's going to be in the backfield next to Cook. And there's a fumble snap. They give it over here, and it'll be handled, and it will be another late penalty flag as Berger ran off left tackle, picks up about 3. And there's a flag coming in from the side judge. So this ball game's starting now to get a little sloppy. There's going to be a hold against Clyde. Their 2nd holding penalty of the night.
Yeah, there's been a lot of laundry out there on the field tonight, John. And, you know, when you look at Sandusky, they've had 4 encroachment penalties, which, you know, sooner or later, their coach has got to tell them, hey, you look at the ball, you don't look at the guy across from you, you don't anticipate.
So now it's going to be, well, the sideline says it's 1st down. The scoreboard says it's 2nd down, but it's going to be a good 20. It's going to be 2nd down and 20. Now they fix it. 2nd down, 20 for Clyde. Here comes Berger in motion. Actually, it's going to be Lozier. And they're going to quick flare it out to Lozier, looking for a block. Can he turn the corner? And he can't. Boy, the speed of that defense for Sandusky came out and shut him down. He's going to pick up a handful of best.
Yeah, Nate Abbott did a nice job of coming out across the field, actually, from his safety spot to be able to make that play.
Maybe 1 yard. So 3rd down and 19. Okay, it's 2nd down, so they finally do get it straight. And there's another penalty against Sandusky. We're going to start calling out these numbers now. That was Dylan Pollard, senior. Just anxious.
That's their 5th encroachment penalty.
1:05 to go in the 1st quarter. In-game scoreboard brought to you by Athletic Supply, 7-0. Clyde with the lead and the football moving right to left. Play clock is down to 15. Clyde's offense really has not looked good at all in this drive, but they're still on the field. 2nd down, and we'll say about 14. Jaden Cook looking for the snap. It's Beck. He's looking. He's going to throw it down deep. Wide open. Just catch the football and get in the end zone. And that's going to be 6-4 the Flyers. Walking in the end zone is going to be, again, Griffin Nuss. And he had his guy beat by 10 yards. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister. Oh, what a thing of beauty.
Oh, yeah, with beautiful throw, hit him in stride. But like you said, there was miscommunication in the Sandusky backfield as Nas kind of come out, swung around almost on a mini wheel route, and just wide open. And he's fast, so it was over. Jaden Cook hit him on the money.
Yeah, Nate Abbott took a step up, and as soon as he took a step up, Knopf just blew right past him. And there was at least 8 to 10 yards separation between the defensive back and Knopf.
You know, we've seen that, John and Mike, several times this year, just wide open Clyde receivers. They must see some nice plays.
And now Clyde's going to have a legal procedure on the snap.
Make it a little more challenging for Sydney now.
Yeah, Sydney Holman back in. We were corrected, which we get corrected quite frequently by some of her key family members. 12 of 14 on her extra point attempts, and 1 for 1 on field goals. That was a 7-play, 80-yard drive for the Flyers, and 3 of those plays were due to penalty. Now they're going to step it back, and the ball's going to be still out at the 15, so it's going to be the equivalent of a 25-yard field goal. And let's see if Holman can connect. There's a snap, there's a hold, she kicks it, and it is going to get blocked. So that's no good. We'll take a timeout. It is 13-0. Clyde in command. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Ohio's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Right back to action. Good return by the Blue Streaks. They will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. The first Clyde drive was 9 plays, 70 yards. This drive was 7 plays, 80 yards for the score. Athletics playing game scoreboard 13-0. Sandusky with three receivers on the far side, one on the near side. Franklin's got one running back just to his right, snapping the hands, looking for the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Sikorsky out to the right side. He's going to turn the corner. He's got a nice move out there, and he'll finally get brought down. Nice open field tackle by the Flyers, but he's got some pretty shifty move. Michael Pisarski, 5'9", 150.
Yeah, Darian Ayers did a nice job of coming up from his corner spot to make that play, but what Sandusky did right there, they did a great job of just sealing off that corner and then picking the linebacker off, picking Dylan Overmeyer off as he tried to scrape over. And Ayers had to come up and make the stop.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0. The Flyers with the lead. The Blue Streaks with the ball. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street.
Have you heard about the More for Your Score program from Firelands Federal Credit Union? Get rewarded when you allow them to access your credit report to determine if they can save you money. For a limited time, earn a $10 Amazon gift card just for participating and a rebate up to $100 when you open a loan at Firelands Federal Credit Union. Take charge of your debt and improve your credit score. Visit them at firelandsfcu.org to sign up. Must be over 21 with one open trade line somewhere else.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And back to action. 2nd down and 4. Sikorsky, jet sweep to the right side, tries to cut back up. He'll get hit hard, keeps his feet moving, and he'll get the first down and more. And I tell you what, 5'9", 150. He runs like about 6 foot 230. Broke 3 tackles by the Flyers off right guard, and they get a first down at the Clyde 36.
Yeah, that was a nice job as far as the offensive line, just continuing on with their blocks and just pushing the Clyde defensive back. And, him keeping his feet moving, got those extra yards.
1st and 10. Franklin back at the 41. Snaps. Hands off again. He's going to come back to the other side. Sikorsky, this time ankle tackle. And he'll pick up another 6 or 7. So right now they have found something with Michael Pisarski. And it will be 2nd down and 7 at the Clyde 30. This drive started at their own 48. And the one big difference in this drive so far, no penalties. Quickly the line of scrimmage. I think Sandusky wants to play a little quicker, Mike. One receiver to the far side, 3 to the near side. Pisarski just on the left side of Franklin. Franklin hasn't thrown the ball here for a while. and he's gonna keep it himself straight up the middle. There goes Franklin. He's gonna break a tackle, and there he goes, and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice play, faking that handoff, what they've been going to quite a bit, and being able to open up that middle. Nice job by that offensive line to get up on the linebackers and seal that off, and gave Franklin that big running space to be able to get the ball in the end zone.
So get ready for the extra point. And again, you can't have that many athletes and not bust one once in a while. It's just going to happen. So here we go. And the extra point attempted by Michael Franklin, the quarterback. See if they can convert. There's the snap. The hold, the kick is up, and the kick is very good. And it is now our athletic supply scoreboard. Clyde 13, Sandusky 7. We'll take our second quarter timeout after this on 92-1 The Wolf.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
While the battle on the field is intense, I'm suggesting a place that's not so intense. You're invited to the Buckeye Restaurant and Suites in Clyde. The Buckeye is a new family restaurant serving comfort food. This is one thing the Flyers and Blue Streaks can all agree on: delicious food, hometown comfort, and the best service. Visit the Buckeye, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 203 West Buckeye Street in Clyde. Check us out on the web, buckeyerestaurant.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back. Big score by Sandusky. They pull within 6, and they will kick it off. Nice high end over end. And both the Clyde returnmen looked at each other and let it go in the end zone, Mike. So now let's see if there's some momentum on the Blue Streak defense. As we had said, they have been they've been giving some gifts to Clyde here early in this ball game. Let's see if they get a little focus now and pick up the defensive pressure. Clyde will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
One thing Sandusky has not done yet, they have not been sending linebackers. They've been sneaking up a little bit, but they've been going back and just dropping in coverage. So we'll see if they're going to maybe switch that up a little bit, maybe slant their line a little, or if they're just going to play back and just read with the linebackers.
Like 10 seconds on the play clock. Now it's going to be up under center is Cook. And they're just going to go hand it off to Daniels. Puts his head down. He gets across the line of scrimmage, gets to the 22, and only picks up 2 on that drive. So Clyde trying to show a little something different on this third possession, Mike. Now the Flyers have scored each time they've had the ball. So let's see if that trend continues. 2nd down and 8. 10:33 to go, 13-7. Clyde with the lead here tonight. Perkins 6-3 over Norwalk. Columbians 7-6 over Bellevue. And Port Clinton 24-0 over Willard. Oak Harbor 13-0 over Edison. Cook again under center. There's a low wingback play cutting up the middle, and they're going to get some yardage, but maybe about 3 to the 25. So Clyde going back on the ground, kind of going back to their wingback counter type offense, Mike.
Yeah, this is where you're probably going to see something coming back and coming back away from the flow. The linebackers are doing a nice job for Sandusky as far as not coming up and just moving to the football and sliding over and finding that running back.
Now it's 3rd down and 5. You got Wilson and Nuffs on this near side by us. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 running back next to Cook. He's going to quick flare it out. Boy, nice block out there by the receiver, but they did not get enough. Wilson threw a great block on the defensive back, Demarion Westbrook, but they are not going to convert. They're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, that was a nice block, but Tristan Duran came from the safety spot to be able to make the play.
They're going to spot the ball up to the 28, and Clyde's going to go ahead and try to run it My guess would be they're going to try to draw Sandusky off.
Yeah, see if they can get a 6th encroachment penalty on them.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here it comes.
And they did.
They did.
They did.
Oh,
Number 6.
My goodness. Now, if you're Coach Franklin, you have got to, now the official is going to have a conversation.
I'm not sure if, what they're going to be talking about, because Sandusky came across the line, which caused...
This isn't good for Clyde.
Yeah,
no, it caused Clyde to jump. Now, if they just jumped and didn't go across the line of scrimmage and Clyde moved, and that's what they're going to call.
Yep. So penalty will move the ball back. Well, the Flyers were going to punt anyhow.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
This is not going to affect them whatsoever, except for they're just going to have to punt 5 yards back. So they'll punt the football. We've not seen a punt yet here tonight by the Flyers. The ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. Cook will be back to punt, standing at his 10. And back for Sandusky, it looks to me like it is Kyle Justy, 5'9" receiver. Good snap. There's Cook. He kicks it high, boy. Kicks it off the side of his foot, and this is not good. And then there's a big hit out there in the meantime as Cook just gets leveled by Dylan Pollard. And the officials saying he just floored the punter. And Coach Carter's saying, hey, what's this all about?
Yeah.
Either way, great field position. Here come the Blue Streaks. They got a chance to tie this game or take the lead. The ball's going to be spotted at the Clyde 41. So the Clyde defense is in a tough situation. As here come the Blue Streaks. They just scored. And they've got it in Clyde territory already. 8:44 to go in the half, 13-7. The Flyers with the lead. So that's a big turn of events, Mike.
Yeah, and Sandusky predominantly ran the football down the field last time. We'll see if they mix a little pass in this time.
Well, Franklin now has 2 backs to each side, and they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a wild card timeout. 8:44 to go again, 13-7. Clyde with the lead. Sandusky with the ball. We'll be back after this.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Here we go. It's going to be a reverse by Sandusky. They're going to fumble the football and getting hit for a sack and drop back to the 50. And we've got a late penalty. I thought I saw an inadvertent face mask as they tackled Williams. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
John, I thought I saw that as well. Because I can't be exactly on the sidelines. I'm way down in the end zone, so I don't get a good look sometimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
As
they tackled him, they kind of twisted him around. I saw a hand go on the helmet.
Oh, they're calling personal fouls. That's a 15-yarder.
There wasn't a tug on that, but
well, they're keeping it safe.
Yes, they are. So that penalty moves it to the 35.
Instead of being a big loss for Sandusky, now they get a nice gain out of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would have made it first and about 19. Now it's 1st and 5. Sandusky's starting to find their rhythm. Franklin back at the Clyde 40. Snaps, looks, hands up, look in the middle, getting close to the first down. Boy, one of the backers came up and just laid a major hit on Michael Pisarski, and they're going to hold him out of that first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
John Miller Perry was right there to make
looks like
grab onto him.
They want to measure.
And they are spotting the ball, so the officials did touch the ball that time, John.
They did.
And
they need to spray their hands.
Yeah, they do. Or put some gloves on, one of the two.
So to get the ball down to the 31. And this is going to be the second measure of the year that we've seen. They'll switch balls after this and wipe that one down. And they'll be short. Short by about maybe 3-4 inches. And it'll be second down and real short for Sandusky. But you have to feel good about what the Sandusky Blue Streaks are doing here, Mike, so far. Clyde has had opportunities, and really we're in a position, to really put a pretty solid hold on this first half. But right now, Sandusky right back in the ball game.
Yeah, with that big penalty against Clyde and that decent run right there, we'll see if they try to mix a little pass in after they get this first down.
A little play action would really matter right now. All right, so it's going to be Franklin with a 5-receiver set, maybe a quarterback keeper here. They ran it effectively last play. Here they're going to go the jet sweep. It's going to be quarterback keeper off the right tackle. He'll get the first down, and he'll get all the way down to the Clyde 27. So it'll be 1st and 10, Sandusky at the 27.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer coming up and making that stop. And like you alluded to earlier, John, Franklin is their #1 rusher. He's got 169 yards on the season in 3 games, which isn't a ton of yards, but he is leading their squad.
Well, as a quarterback, it is.
Yeah, it's
over 50 yards a game from the quarterback position.
And Williams has 31 attempts with 156 yards.
Right. Pisarski just to the right-hand side. They're going to hand off to him. He's trying to run left. He's got Stutters back in the middle, and he'll get set down for no gain. So it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, that play was made by Remington Norman right there. He came around and forced that back to the inside to the rest of the Clyde defense.
Notice John Miller Perry getting a lot of playing time in there. He's a freshman.
Yeah, John Miller Perry's been doing a nice job as far as coming from that defensive line spot and just kind of, holding his ground and not getting pushed back.
Second down and 10. Now into the backfield is Desmond Williams. And Williams has got some speed. Franklin's got 2 receivers to the far side, and he's looking to throw. He's going all the way into the end. He's got a guy wide open. It's going to be caught incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know if Brad Bannister, if you were on that,
but
I tell you what, twice now they've gone at Darian Ayers, and he has been able to come up only at 5'7", jarred that ball loose right at the last second, Brad, right in front of you.
It was just a little bit underthrown by Franklin, but it was like almost a perfect throw, but Ayers did a great job because he's given up probably 6 inches to Sandusky's receiver.
And you can see that there's a lot of speed out there by Sandusky on the wide receiver spots. And Ayers did a nice job just kind of playing a little bit loose and was able to get turned and get a hand on that ball.
Well, with a leg that we saw the extra point by Franklin, I wouldn't doubt they could maybe attempt the field goal if they get 4th and short.
I agree.
Let's see what they do. They're going to go ahead. He's rolling to his left. He's looking. He's got it wide open. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown. Good coverage by the Flyers on the backside. Again, going to that time, Antonio Talley. So kind of, I guess, how do you want to say it? The brakes are coming off here a little bit for Sandusky. They got a 4th and 10. Obviously, they don't want Clyde to get the ball back without getting some points, but right now they would be at, the 27, 34, 44-yard field goal right now, so they won't attempt that. They're going to go for it.
Well, with that extra point that he did kick, I think that might have been able to be good from this position, but Coach Franklin wants to try to put 6 on.
Well, now where the Flyer defense has to bend but not break and definitely not give them a penalty here. 3 receivers to the near side. His running back just to his left. They like to counter. He's back to throw. Back. He's being pressured. Thrown across the middle. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be touchdown Sandusky.
What a catch.
Williams
with a one-handed catch. He went up with his left hand right in the middle of the defense, and that was not a greatly thrown ball. And he was able to haul that down with his left hand and pull it in and get into the end zone. I tell you, that's one of those Saturday afternoon catches you're going to see.
Mike, I think that had to do with there were about 3 receivers here, and I don't know if he was supposed to. I don't think that ball was intended for him.
No, I don't think it was intended.
Catch, like you said.
7-play, 41-yard drive, getting ready to take the lead of the Sandusky Blue Streaks. There's the snap, there's the kick, the hold is up, and it is good. Sandusky now takes the lead here in Clyde on the road, 14-13, and we'll take a timeout on the BAS Sports Network.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back. Franklin kicks a midline driver as a kickoff, and it's going to go into the end zone. Clyde will have 1st and 10 of their own 20. So some updated scores in the Lake Division. Norwalk 10, Sandusky Perkins 7. Bellevue goes on top of Columbian 14-7. And Sandusky goes on top of Clyde 14-3 here. That is your Athletic Supply in-game scoreboard. Fremont Ross in the first quarter 7. Whitmer 6.
Actually, John, it's 14-13.
Oh, 14-13, excuse me, yes. So in the situation now, a little bit of answer time for the Clyde Fliers. This is a big drive for them, Mike.
Yeah, it is. And starting from their 20, they got a long field to go.
They've not been able to run the football, and that's been their problem tonight. They get no gain on that run.
Dylan Pollard, nice job of coming from his defensive end spot. Be able to come up and make that play. Actually, that time Pollard was playing linebacker, and he did a great job just sealing that off. There was nowhere for the running back to go.
So Daniels just looks like he's hampered a little bit, just the way he's running the football. And so Sandusky able to come in. Caden Berger into the ball game for Clyde. They fake the handoff. Here comes Clyde. They're just going to lob it out there. The ball will be caught, I think, by Berger. Keeps his feet moving, but he's only going to pick up about 3. So that pass play will be good. It'll be 3rd down and 7. And right now the Clyde offense has a flat tire. Fremont Ross now up 14-6 over Whitmer.
Anthony DeMarco's nice job of coming up and making that play. Showed a little bit of speed to be able to come up and make that a short gain.
One big surprise in the Bay Division is Vermilion and Huron, no score in the first quarter. The Tigers have been throwing up points against everybody. 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down play for Clyde. They do not want to give the ball back to Sandusky the way they're playing in this quarter. Cook looking to throw. He's looking. He's going to go across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And there's a flag. And the back judge, I know that the safety had to hit the receiver. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad?
Yeah, Brady Wilson was falling down before that ball even got to him. So obviously, good call by the officials here. Pass interference on Sandusky.
Well, the fans had the call.
Yeah, they
right?
always have the call.
They always have the call.
Fans and the Clyde sideline, they were pretty much all over that one.
So my assessment so far, Sandusky has skilled players, and they've been able to open up the Clyde defense a little bit to where they can find some seams, Mike, and use that athleticism. Clyde, on the other hand, cannot run the football right now for whatever the reason is. So therefore, Sandusky is sitting back now in their zone, and they're just playing more of a prevent against Clyde passing game. Clyde has got to find some way to get the ball on the ground, to eat some clock, and to get some momentum.
One thing Sandusky has to do, they've got to stop penalizing themselves. That's pretty much shooting themselves in the foot.
Right, that's going to move the ball up 15 yards. Clyde will have 1st and 10 at their own 38. Cook looking. He's going to throw to the sideline, and it's going to be caught. A nice pitch and catch. I tell you what, Griffin Knopfs, the junior, turned into a pretty nice receiver. He got the ball, got his feet right in bounds, and they will advance it up. It'll be another first down for Clyde to pick up a 12. 4:48 to go. Sandusky with the 14-13 lead here in the first half of play. Now you got to remember, Cook is leading the league, I believe, in passing. So if you're going to go ahead and put the hands of the league's leading passer, it's time for him to obviously make things happen. Let's see if Clyde can adjust. Jaden Cook, handoff up the middle. Daniels, he gets some yardage there, and he will power his way up to about 4 yards. They'll mark him at the 47. So it'll just be a pickup of 3 into Blue Streak territory, moving left to right. So, Mike, this is a tight ball game.
It is a tight ball game, and at Sandusky, they are not sending any pressure at all. The linebackers just staying back, reading, looking for any receivers coming their area, or they're just stepping up or sliding nicely to pick up that running back.
Berger in motion. He goes out and splits out to the left side with 3 receivers. Hand up to Daniels up the middle and puts his head down. That's a nice run by Daniels. He gets across the 45 to the 44. And that'll make it third down and a manageable, we'll say, long 3 yards, maybe 4. 3:58 and counting. Our in-game scoreboard against Sandusky, 14-13. Holder Sheet Metal, great sponsor for us. They sponsor our Game Time Temperature. We'll go down to Brad Bannister and get that from him right after this play. Cook, Berger in motion. He sets back. Cook looks. Just a possession pass is going to be caught by Wilson. He gets across the 40 to the 41. And Wilson on that spin, if he gets tackled back, Mike, he doesn't get that first down, but he did spin forward and will get it via pass. Nice little possession pass by Cook to Wilson, which is becoming, his favorite target between him and Nuffs. And they haven't got the Lozier yet tonight.
No.
But Nuffs and Wilson have been the 2 main receivers. Split up to the far left side. 1 receiver. Cook in the slot. High snap. Daniels gets it. Head down. Spins. Fights his way. Just shy of the 35. They'll spot him at the 36. A pickup of only 2.
Nice job by Kenny McCarty to come up from that defensive line spot to just get through and trip Daniels up.
So Daniels comes off the field. Joining him is Berger. Into the ball game now is going to be Dylan Overmeyer. He'll be the running back. 2 receivers to the far, 2 to the near side. Here comes a man in motion, and that's Nuffs. Jaden Cook. Second along, back to throw, rolling to his left. He's got time. He throws it out here wide open. Nice pitch and catch, first down. Boy, I tell you what, Cook moving to the left, throwing with the right hand. Beautiful pass play. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, another excellent play. He does a nice job kind of throwing, he's running left and throwing with his right hand. That's a tough throw, but he made it look good.
Well, they got the ball down to about the 36, they say. No, that's not the 36. It's a 27-yard line. That'll be first and 10. Cook squared his shoulders up, but he just looks smooth when he throws the football. Quick out. It's going to be too quick. Tried to get out here in the wing to Lozier. And a quick out to him. And Mike, incomplete.
Yeah, Nate Abbott was right there. He had hot pursuit, so even if that ball would have been complete, I think Abbott would have came from that safety spot and made that for a very short gain, if not even a loss.
6:23 in the half when Sandusky scored on that 27-yard pass. Catch, unbelievable catch by Williams. Clyde running the clock with 2:10 to go. 10-play drive for Clyde, moving left to right. Lozier now comes in motion. Now he's going to set in the slot, and they're going to try and pump fake. And Cook is going to be stuck at the line of scrimmage, and he can get nowhere, and he'll be dropped at the 30 for a loss of 3.
Yeah, Dylan Pollard was right there. He grabbed onto him, had a piece of his jersey, and was not going to let Cook go any farther until he was able to wrestle him down to the ground.
I'll tell you what, Griffin Knopf got grabbed, too, by the safety because he was going to break loose, and I can't believe the ref did not, the back judge here did not call a pass interference.
Well, that particular play, it looked like Cook was going to pump fake or shoulder fake to try and freeze the linebacker and then throw it over the top. So Clyde had a little bit of pickle here. They're in 4-down territory. It's 3rd down, and we're going to call it 13 at the 30. Berger back in. Back to throws Cook. He's got time. They're going to throw a little lob over here to the left side trying to get that first down. It's going to be Berger. Berger's going to fight, and we've got a penalty right down in front of where Berger caught the ball, and Berger gets the first down. Nice effort by Caden Berger. but who the penalty is on.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the penalty was.
That called on Clyde.
That play was set up beautifully, though. Beautifully. All the flow was going to the right, and Cook did a nice job just turning and throwing it back to Berger. But we got a hold out there, and obviously, these penalties, they've been hurting both teams. That would have been big. That's exactly what Clyde needed to do with a minute 15 seconds left to go in this half to get that first down. And now they're staring at a 3rd and 19.
They've got to get inside the 18-yard line here. So Clyde in a big pickle. Let's see if Sandusky shows a blitz finally. Jaden Cook looking. He fakes. He's looking. Boy, had a receiver wide open deep. He's going to go ahead and he's going to throw the ball up in the air. It's going to be incomplete, or was it intercepted? Let's see, the back judge did not give a signal.
That's because they didn't see it. It happened on this side.
And of course,
they're talking about it. They don't know because neither official could see that clearly. I got a pretty good look at it.
And it looks like the Sandusky player has the ball right now.
He came up with it.
Right. Whether
they say first down. They can say interception.
Yeah, that would be what I was thinking happened on that play. He looked like he got it just before it hit the ground.
Well, there was 2 Clyde players went up for it and got tipped. But maybe on his way down he caught it. That'd be good for Sandusky. Sandusky's going to go into halftime with the lead, if not more, if they can hit another big play.
Yeah, that was Cook's 3rd interception on the season, and he's going to realize you just can't throw it up, when you've got a lot of defenders, even though you have 2 receivers there. Those are the defenders are a little bit taller, and they were able to come up with the ball.
All right, so Sandusky with the ball on their own 7. Handoff. Pisarski. He'll get across the 10 to maybe the 11. Pick up a 4. Blue Norman on the tackle for Clyde. And I believe there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. I want to remind you, we'll have a shortened halftime because of the new rules and restrictions due to COVID. But do want to remind you also that our fuel for our broadcast team comes directly from the Blue Collar Bistro and Clyde. They've afforded us the opportunity to share in some of their fine food and selections at the Blue Collar Bistro there on Main Street in Clyde. So Josh and the crew, thank you guys so much. Appreciate what you do for us, and they're the official sponsor of our broadcast crew's fuel for the game.
Yes, and like you say, John, that is some fine cuisine that they are putting out over there, and and I appreciate it as well. It helps get me through these these games and gives me the energy that I need to be able to get through this.
What's your favorite, John? Your favorite meal? They've letting you sample up here.
Well, the most favorite thing I have that I eat right there, there's 2 things. There's the fajita tacos and also the Italian sub are my 2 favorites, but the flatbread's pretty darn good too. All right, so 42 seconds to go. Sandusky with the 2nd down and 7 on the 10. And Sandusky has kind of put their hands around this football game right now. Franklin back to throw. He's looking deep. Right over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Same guy that caught the touchdown went up for this one, Desmond Williams. He had 2 guys on him, and he went up and caught it. And they're going to spot the ball at the 44-yard line. That would be a 33-yard pickup.
Sandusky got away with a hold here in the backfield, clearly.
With the ball, possession pass going to be incomplete. Boy, in and out of the hands of the defender, and I tell you what, Darian Ayers, if he would have seen that ball was there, he could have waltzed into the end zone.
Yeah, that hit him right in the face mask. He was ready to come up and make the stop and put a hit on the receiver. Didn't realize that the ball went through his hands because he was pretty wide open. Hit him in the face mask and ended up on the ground.
21 seconds to go. Both teams with 2 times. See, Sandusky's got 1 timeout. Clyde's got 3. Franklin, 5 receivers. He's rolling to his right. He's going to go. He's going to get pressured, and he's going to get slammed down and thrown for a loss. I believe Overmeyer came over and made sure that he had nowhere to go. They're going to sit him back at the 36-yard line. It'll be a loss of over 9, and I think Sandusky's going to take their last time out.
Yeah, that's one thing that Clyde was doing. They were sending linebackers on that play. That time they only sent Dylan Overmeyer. He was able to get through the line and get Franklin down on the ground.
He's the only one they needed.
That's it.
All right, some updated scores. Bellevue 14, Columbian 13. Just a mirror of this game right here. Norwalk 10, Sandusky Perkins 7. No score, no reported score, Vermilion and Huron. Fremont Ross 14-6 over Whitmer in the second quarter. Port Clinton at half 40-0 over Willard. I tell you what, Port Clinton is for real. They have been putting up some big numbers. Gibsonburg all over Margaretta in the second quarter, 33-7. Oak Harbor over Edison, 13-0 by the Oak Harbor Rockets. So they're bouncing back here too, the Oak Harbor Rockets here today. We have one play left. They put 12 seconds on the clock. Franklin obviously is going to go deep and try and draw an interference penalty or try to get in the end zone. Let's see what's going to happen. One receiver to each side. They got a lot in the block for him. And streaking down the left side, it's going to be incomplete. That pass was intended for Antonio Talley. And that leaves 6 seconds left.
Darian Ayers is getting a whole lot of action out there tonight. They've been going after him. That ball was to the inside. But Bauer and Ayers were, on coverage with that.
So Sandusky's going to punt it with 6 seconds to go. Back for Clyde is going to be Lozier and Griffin Nuffs. Now, in the old days, we'd go ahead and do a peel. We'd go ahead and pretend like we were going to reverse and get the peel to the left side or the right side and just fake the reverse or actually take the reverse to the other side. This is a beautiful punt. Will Lozier is going to let it go over his head, and that's going to pretty much run out the clock, and it does. So we're at halftime here at Bishop Stadium. Right now, Sandusky, the Blue Streaks, on top of Clyde, 14-13. Stay tuned for our halftime show. You're with us here live tonight on the Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football on the BAS Sports Network.
Do you know what's going on with your insurance? Welty Insurance Group will give you a pain-free pandemic insurance checkup. Welty Insurance Group and Erie Insurance have coverage for home, life, auto, boats, motorcycles, and commercial. Get a quote you can trust and get a chance to win a gas card. Our family serving yours. Call Welty Insurance Group at 419-334-4477. Your Erie agents in Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, Cary, and Sandusky. And at weltyinsurance.com.
Mom?
Yeah?
Remember how you asked me to give the dog a bath?
Yeah?
Well, he sort of got loose.
Oh, okay, honey.
There's water all over the new floors upstairs.
Hey, it happens.
Waterproof, mud-proof floors. From hardwood looks to stone and tile, they have it all. Lodich & Sons Flooring America, where friends send friends. And right now, get up to $1,000 off or enjoy no-interest financing during the Spill-Proof Flooring Sale. Save big on waterproof carpet and hard surface flooring. Lodich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Hi, this is Jen from Sunrise Cooperative. Since 2009, we have been a proud supporter of Fueling the Cure. The Fueling the Cure initiative is for research at The Ohio State University to help find experimental medicines and foods to benefit people afflicted with cancer. Without our customers, this initiative would not exist. And thanks to customers like you, we have donated over $1.4 million. Every propane delivery is another dollar donated to the cause. Fueling the Cure with Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile banking, with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is Tonight in High School Football. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime report. Doug Ute was named Executive Director of the OHSAA last week, and we will visit with the new director next on the Ohio News Network.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
As fall approaches, did you ever wonder why tree leaves change color? It's fascinating science that an ISA-certified arborist can explain. Understanding tree biology is an important part of helping trees grow healthy and safe. Tree care is much more than just knowing how to operate a chainsaw. To find an ISA-certified arborist near you, go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org. And tree leaves always have their beautiful colors. They're just hidden by the green chlorophyll during the growing season.
Soft teeth run in my family, so I don't need to go to the dentist because it won't help, right?
Actually, your family history does not necessarily determine whether you'll get cavities or develop gum disease. Your own behavior can prevent dental disease. By regularly seeing a dentist and brushing twice a day, flossing once a day, and avoiding tobacco products and sugary foods and drinks, you can put yourself on the right path to having healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime.
To find an Ohio Dental Association member dentist in your area, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Joining us at halftime this evening, just named last week, the brand new OHSAA Executive Director, Doug Ute. Doug, thanks for your time. We know you're walking into this position amongst a lot of challenges. I guess what's the biggest one you're facing as you get started?
Well, Skip, first of all, thanks for having me on. But our biggest challenge right now and our mission is we just want to keep kids competing. We just see the importance of that. And so that means that we're working with the Department of Health, the governor's office, Lieutenant Governor Houston, and working on how we can educate our schools and help them make sure that we're putting on safe events, safe for our students, our coaches, our officials, and our students' families. And that's important to us. So we don't want to have events that spread the virus. And we've been pretty successful the first 3 weeks of competition.
Hey, you mentioned 3 weeks in. Here we are, week 4 of 6. And as we inch toward the playoffs, with everybody getting in this year, Doug, we know we're going to be playing a number of playoff rounds at home sites. At what point do you anticipate moving to neutral sites for games?
Well, we're still having those conversations, and because this changes so much, and there are a couple issues that we have with host sites, and one is that it's tough to have a superintendent or a school district allow us to use a venue when their school's not involved. So in other words, two different communities coming into their facility. Right. We're running into those type of issues, and the other issue is the venue and matching it up with expenses and revenue. We're in a situation where we need to be cautious. In other words, it doesn't make any sense to rent a big venue and put 300 people inside, from a volleyball standpoint or that. So we're also, cautious of that.
You mentioned communities coming together, and we know that's something people don't even think about now during this pandemic, but something obviously we need to avoid. As a follow-up, I know you can never make everybody happy, but with attendance being limited in regards to home venues, besides travel, is the home field kind of neutralized?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it comes back to, is the venue all that important? I mean, we're having kids compete who some of them didn't get to complete their winter season last year, and a lot of them didn't get to compete last spring, and our coaches and our athletes missed that competition. And so right now they're just happy to be playing, and I'm hearing from a lot of coaches, I don't care where I play, let's just play. And so but again, we want to make it a safe venue and just keep the kids competing, because and it's just from a school standpoint, it's just not all about athletics either. It's about students and marching band and drama and things like that our kids need to be active in things just for wellness and a mental and social emotional aspect.
I guess is the desire once we reach the championship round to be able to at least have like both bands and as many students as possible, as long as they can be in there and the numbers contained safely?
Boy, that would be wonderful if we could do that. But again, we're at the mercy of this virus, and we're going to adhere to the protocols the governor helps us set. And so, I think that would be a wonderful scenario given the fall right now. And again, we're just happy we're competing now when you look at what the middle of July looked like.
Brand new OHSAA Executive Director Doug Ute. We appreciate your time. We'll chat more next week, okay?
All right, thanks, Skip. Appreciate it.
All righty. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine-in, carry-out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
While the battle on the field is intense, I'm suggesting a place that's not so intense. You're invited to the Buckeye Restaurant and Suites in Clyde. The Buckeye is a new family restaurant serving comfort food. This is one thing the Fliers and Blue Streaks can all agree on: delicious food, hometown comfort, and the best service. Visit the Buckeye, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 203 West Buckeye Street in Clyde. Check us out on the web, buckeyerestaurant.com.
Mom?
Yeah?
Remember how you asked me to give the dog a bath?
Yeah?
Well, he sort of got loose.
Oh, okay, honey.
There's water all over the new floors upstairs.
Hey, it happens.
Waterproof, mudproof floors. From hardwood looks to stone and tile, they have it all. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, where friends send friends. And right now, get up to $1,000 off or enjoy no-interest financing during the Spill-Proof Flooring Sale. Save big on waterproof carpet and hard surface flooring. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92 on the Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium. It's halftime on the BAS Sports Network. John Cullen along with Mike Martin and Brad Bannister. And it's a thriller here so far. It is 14-13. The Sandusky Blue Streaks scored twice within, they scored twice in the third quarter at the 10:52 mark and the 6:23 mark to take the lead here, 14-13 at halftime. What we're going to do right now is go to my partner, Mike Martin, and get some numbers to help understand a little bit what all happened here.
All right, thanks, John. Right now, team-wise, Sandusky has 71 yards rushing. Clyde is not even close to what they've put up in the last few games. They only have 19 yards rushing. Net yards passing, Sandusky has 75. So they're pretty balanced. 71 rush, 75 pass. Clyde has 177 yards passing. So total offense, net yards is Sandusky 146, Clyde 196. And one thing about this game that has hurt both these teams are the number of penalties. Sandusky has had 7 penalties for 56 yards. Clyde has had 6 penalties for 55 yards. So yardage-wise and penalties are very, very similar. Rushing individually for Sandusky, Michael Pisarski has 8 attempts and 58 yards. Michael Franklin has 5 attempts and net 17 yards. Desmond Williams has 3 attempts for -6. On the Clyde side, Michael Daniels had 8 attempts for 19 yards. Dylan Overmeyer has 2 for 3, and Jane Cook has -3 yards. Passing, Michael Franklin is 10 attempts, 4 completions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Jaden Cook is 11 completions, 14 attempts, 1 interception, 177 yards, and 1 TD. Receiving, Desmond Williams with that great one-handed catch that he made for that touchdown. He's got 2 catches, 61 yards. Javante Rowland has 2 catches for 14 yards. Receiving for Clyde, Griffin Noss has 4 catches, 135 yards, 1 touchdown. Caden Berger, 3 catches, 16 yards. Brady Wilson, 2 catches, 16 yards. Andrew Cobble has 1 for 9, and Will Lozier has 1 for 1. Looking at the punting, and that's something that Sandusky has been able to do very effectively. They've had 3 punts for an average of 44 yards, and Jaden Cook had 1 go off the side of his cook. He had 1 punt for 18 yards.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. We'll take our final halftime timeout and get ready for the second half after this. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half of play, and it's 14-13 Sandusky. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Fall is upon us. That means harvest season. Sunrise has the fuel to get you through this harvest. We have the fuel to get you through any season. Trust Sunrise to not only supply the fuel, but also know that our fuel has a premier additive package that keeps your equipment running on your demand. Quality fuel with a premier additive package will give you the confidence that your equipment will deliver the power you demand when you expect it. Call Sunrise for your on-road, off-road diesel, gasoline, and even kerosene needs. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Whether it's for the community we live in or guiding people with the biggest financial decisions of their lives, we believe in people helping people. If you live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Sandusky, Ottawa, and parts of Seneca and Wood counties, you're eligible to join us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Man, I love this time of year, but I also love heat when I want it. At Sunrise, we monitor our tanks via a satellite. Yes, that's right. We know exactly how much propane is in your tank. That means we know when to fill your tank back up before you're in any threat of running out. With Sunrise, you can rest assured you will have heat when you want it. So call Sunrise, get set up with your propane needs, and enjoy the season. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, we're ready to start the second half of play. The kickoff to the Flyers was returned to the Clyde 24. Moving left to right now, the Clyde Flyers. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Single setback is Daniels and Berger in the slot. Hand off to Daniels, straight up the left side, head down, powers forward. Best run of the night for Daniels. Gets across the 30 to the 31 mark. Could get pickup of 7. Want to remind everybody that Sunrise Cooperative is donating $100 for every touchdown scored in games we air here on 92.1, WFRO, WLEC, and WMJK throughout the entire season. They've already donated $400 today with the 4 scores, 2 by each squad here tonight. So Clyde's got second down and 3, moving left to right here tonight at Bishop Stadium. Again, Daniels head down, powers. Maybe the Clyde offensive line has found something. 2 carries and a first down for Clyde.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit quicker getting up to that line and getting into that line. A little more quick hitters instead of trying to.
And here comes Daniels limping off. We know that he's nursing a little bit. And here comes Overmeyer in to take his spot.
Yeah, that's tough with Daniels on the season right now, 347 yards and 6 touchdowns coming out. But Dylan Overmeyer is not afraid to run people over either.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Clyde at the 35-yard line. Berger in motion. He's at the wingback position. Back to throws Cook. Rolling to his left. He's got time. He's got a guy open. It's going to be caught. Oh, what a circus catch on the left side by Griffin Noss.
Nate Abbott went up and took a swing at the ball. Griffin Noss had great concentration on that to be able to look the ball in. as Abbott was swinging at the ball and just missed it.
That's one of those times, Mike Martin, of course, your legend over at Fremont Ross High School, defensive back. If you can't get both hands on the football,
get them both on it.
Yeah, get them both on it, and, well, he whiffed. Big play for Clyde. The offense comes out. 2 first downs, handoff Overmeyer, left tackle, head down. He spins and turns, and he'll get about 2 to maybe the 36. Be second down and 8.
Yeah, he ran straight into Dylan Pollard. Dylan Pollard just wrapped him up after about a yard gain and drove him back.
So, Coach Carter's going deep into the lineup here to replace some of these injured players. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near, moving left to right. Cook looking, rolling to his right. He's going to try to go too deep, and he's going to get over here and hit threw the pass down. He was looking for Wilson and threw the pass at the feet of Griffin Nuffs. Could not convert. 3rd down and long. That time Cook couldn't wait long enough for the pattern to develop for Wilson and tried to go to the relief. And coming off the field here is going to be Caden Berger grabbing his arm.
Yeah, Westerbrook was giving him hot pursuit, so he had to kind of get rid of it as quickly as he could there.
9:47 to go in the third. Clyde with the first drive of the second half. Sandusky with the 14-13 lead. Our in-game scoreboard by Athletic Supply. And Cook looking. Back to throw. He's looking. He's pump faking. He throws across the middle. Nothing there. And I don't know if he got his arm hit. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad?
Yeah, Sandusky came across the backside. Number 65, the defensive end, came and hit him square in the back when he tried to throw that.
Yeah, that was McCarty that came and put that lick on him. And got up a little bit slow there.
Clyde's going to go for it. 4th down and 9 at the 37. They've got to get down to at least about the 23 for a measurement. 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side. And here comes a man quickly in motion, and that's Lozier. Rolling to the right, rolling. He's got time, steps up in the pocket. Here comes Cook. He's trying to get to the outside. He spins and turns, keeps his feet rolling, and he's going to be very close. Brad Bannister, any chance you get an eye on that?
No, I'm at the other end of the field, so, John, I did not.
Boy, that is going to be very close.
I saw a Sandusky player just kick the ball away from the spot. I did that a few times. And they're going to measure.
What's the old saying, John? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying?
Well, yeah, I guess.
You accidentally kicked it, though, John?
I accidentally kicked it.
Yeah, that was accidentally.
I never did anything on purpose. All right, so let's see if Clyde can convert on that 4th down. Jaden Cook took off and ran, and
How close is that?
How close was it?
John, it's within about 6 inches, 4 inches.
All right. So Clyde turns it over on down. So now their defense is going to have to step it up. And their defense is coming on the field not with a lot of energy, Mike Martin.
No, they're kind of wandering out there, and looks like Sandusky's offense. They're
ready to go.
Yeah, they're moving a little more vigor in their steps.
I think Clyde got beat up a little bit on that drive, too. It seemed like there was a few people that were a little slow getting off the field.
Got to remember, Sandusky's winless. 0-3 and 0-2 in the conference. They're not playing like it right now. So Franklin has got 1 setback, 3 receiver set. He's looking for the snap. They're going to hand off. No, it's going to be Franklin. Keep it. He's going to quick quarterback run right up the middle off left tackle, and he will power for a 1st down to the 39.
Oh, that was a nice run by Franklin. He ran over 2 Clyde defenders, and that's a situation where your quarterback is able to run over people. Bailey Eberly was able to make that stop, but big run by Franklin.
Well, Sandusky has changed now, Mike, to all quick hitters.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything's quick hitter. There's not a lot of long developing plays. So he's got one back, actually, to the east side. Franklin does now. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, moving right to left. There goes a man in motion, and they're going to hand off to Pisarski here in the middle. And I tell you what, he's dancing his way and keeps his feet moving. He'll pick up about 2 to the 41-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 8 8:37 to go so far here in the third quarter. Your in-game scoreboard, 14-13 with Sandusky and the lead.
Yeah, that time Logan Holmler had him wrapped up, and he just kept his feet moving and pulled him about another 2 yards.
Sandusky just has that little extra step right now, Mike. Clyde needs a big play to help get them re-energized. Franklin at quarterback. He's going to go ahead and pop pass across the middle. Good call, and it's going to be a first down. That time he hit Antonio Talley, who was marked a few times here tonight. 1st and 10, and I will say that the play calling by Sandusky is very diversified now, and I think the Clyde defense they're not reacting quickly to what they're doing. A couple scores here again. Norwalk 10-7 over Perkins. Third quarter, Bellevue 14-13. Whitmer down 14-6 as we had Huron over Vermilion out 21-0. Port Clinton 48-0 over Willard. Gibbsburg 33-7 over Margaretta. Oak Harbor 16-7. So this time they're going to go ahead and get it Pisarski, and he is not going to get anything. He's going to get thrown for a big loss. That time the Clyde defense stood up.
Yeah, the Clyde defense, they sent both inside linebackers, and that allowed Remington Norman to have a free shot to get across the line and make a big play.
So they'll call it second down and 14 here tonight. Sandusky Blue Streaks trying to get win number 1. Clyde trying to improve after their first loss of the season last week to Columbian. 2 to the far, to the near. Franklin back at quarterback, standing at his own 42. He's back, fakes, he's looking to throw. It's going to be across the middle, and it's going to be caught. That time it got to the receiver, J.T. Lewis, and for Clyde, on the defensive side, Mike, I didn't see who the backer was.
That was Darian Ayers again. That was on top of him. I mean, good coverage. Darian was right there, but another great catch. These Sandusky receivers, they're making some excellent catches right now.
Yeah, I actually thought that was going to be intercepted. 1st and 10, Sandusky and Clyde territory at the Clyde 38. And right now Franklin has got his team in sync. Here comes the blitz, and it's going to be Franklin putting his head down, and he will go forward and pick up 2. They'll spot him at the Clyde 37. Pick up about 1.5 yards. And Mike, you saw this last night in the game on Thursday night in the NFL Network. The Cleveland Browns started getting the diversity in their offense. The defense really struggled trying to figure out what are we doing here. And right now Sandusky has really blended their play calling here and made it difficult for Clyde's defense.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job mixing it up. The linebackers are coming now. They're shooting, and they're hitting that little seam right over the middle.
3 receivers to the far side. Franklin likes to go to the offside when he does. He's going to fake. He's going to pop pass it over here. And it's going to be caught, but dropped after a pickup of about 4. That Andrew Bauer on the tackle.
Andrew Bauer did a nice job coming up in the safety spot. But again, they're coming right across that middle. The linebackers aren't getting a wide drop. They've got to, stay inside to watch for that run because Franklin has shown that he can break it up the middle and get some great yards with it.
They're down 4 at the 32. And with the linebackers blitzing, that little pop seam is open. Great play calling by Sandusky. Big drive here. 3rd down and 4. Franklin in the pistol. Pisarski next to him. He's back to throw. Same pop pass, same result. It's going to be caught, and it will be for a first down at the Clyde 24.
And again, they're taking advantage of that, John. Just like we said, both linebackers came that time. They're hitting right over top of the middle. Bauer has to come from his safety spot to make that stop. And by that time, there was plenty of yardage to get that first down.
Mike, they're setting up the Clyde defense to be susceptible to stop and go, because of the fact that they're throwing these pop passes. I tell you what, those seam passes that they're throwing are perfect.
Yeah, he's putting it right on the money.
And quickly. 1st and 10, Sandusky at the 24. This drive started at their own 28. It's a high snap. They're going to throw it across the middle, wide open again. And the Clyde defense right now is like a piece of Swiss cheese. That pick up to Antonio Talley. Just short of the first down. Be 2nd down and 1 at the Clyde 15.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. Again, it's just hitting right over top of that seam. The linebackers got to – they were not coming that time, but they got to widen just a little bit more to watch that slant pattern coming towards them.
2nd and 1, 4:21 to go in the 3rd. Pisarski, no quarterback keeper, and it's going to be Franklin. Boy, Franklin took a big hit at the 13, but I think it'll be enough to give him the first down. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, they're calling the clock dead, moving the chains, so first down Sandusky, but a great stick by the Clyde defense there.
Yeah, that was Dylan Overmeyer that came up and put that hit on.
So, Brad, is that the line of scrimmage has shifted to being in control by the Sandusky Blue Streaks?
Yeah, I think it has, and I think one thing that I always use to judge that is even when it seems like Sandusky doesn't go anywhere, they're still getting 2 yards, and that just makes it seem as though the line's just kind of slowly moving forward,
right?
Which is a good sign for Sandusky, bad sign for Clyde.
Michael Pisarski, leading rusher for Sandusky tonight, and we are going to have a timeout. Timeout, Sandusky. We'll take a timeout here, 3:38 to go, 14-13. Sandusky still with the lead. We'll be back after this.
Have you heard about the More for Your Score program from Firelands Federal Credit Union? Get rewarded when you allow them to access your credit report to determine if they can save you money. For a limited time, earn a $10 Amazon gift card just for participating and a rebate up to $100 when you open a loan at Firelands Federal Credit Union. Take charge of your debt and improve your credit score. Visit them at firelandsfcu.org to sign up. Must be over 21 with one open trade line somewhere else.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92 on the Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And back to action, 3:38 to go. It's second down and short. They're going to throw across the middle, and it's going to be caught. Is it? Yep. They gave the first down to Sandusky. And again, just in the flat. Boy, that 5-6 yard flat is wide open, and what, Franklin's looking like an all-pro right now.
Yeah, Franklin did a nice job of rolling to his right and stepping up and delivering that ball. If he could have delivered that ball a little bit higher and hit him in stride, I think that might have been 6. But the receiver went down, had to go down to the ground and get that, but did make the reception.
2nd and 5 at the 8. Here come the Blue Streaks. Nice long drive. Franklin looking, and we got a penalty flag into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted by Clyde. No, did he drop it, or did he catch it? Let's go down to Brad Bannister.
Ayers looked like he had it, Darian Ayers, and then Sandusky stole that ball right from him, but I think it hit the ground. Over here, it looks like they're calling the foul penalty on Sandusky.
Yeah, they got a holding penalty.
First penalty of the second half by either team.
Yeah, the coaches, I'm sure, had a little talk about the number of penalties that were made in the first half by both teams.
So that's a 10-yard holding penalty to move the ball back to the 22. And it will be second down. They've got to get to just inside the 4-yard line for a first down. They've been wanting to go to J.T. Lewis here a lot. And he's up with Darian Ayers on coverage. Let's see what they go that way. Franklin back, looking, pushing off into the end zone. There's a pass up, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Great defensive play by the Flyers. And who was that on that side? Was
That's Brady Wilson? Yeah, he came across. Pass was just a hair late, but Brady had that little burst of speed right at the end to cut in front, knock it down.
He jumped that pass route. Otherwise, that's 6 points.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Wilson. Just kind of making it look like it was going to be open, and right at the very end, was able to get, like Brad said, a little burst of speed. Now we've seen Brady Wilson make those catches.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he had it. All right, so it's going to be third down and 15 at the 23. Franklin's got 5 receivers out. He's rolling. He wants to throw backwards. He's being flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to get hit. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up.
Robbie Greenslade
at the 40, at the 30. And Clyde's got it 1st and 10 at the 30. And that time, Franklin could not cash the check, and Clyde gets the turnover.
Robbie Greenslade, Johnny on the spot, was able to pick that up. He didn't fall on the ball. He wanted to try to score with that. He did a nice job of scooping it up, and it just got run down, but did a great job of being able to get that ball down the field. And I tell you what, nice job of hanging on to it because he did get tackled hard when he went down.
Updated score over in Fremont. Fremont Ross 21, Whitmer 12. So Little Giants rolling at Don Paul Stadium.
This could be the year for the Little Giants to get Whitmer.
Harmon Field. All right, well, Clyde now. Let's see if that's the energy that they needed. 3 receivers at the far side, 1 to the near side. Greenslade, he's been all over it tonight. And I'm not sure who got the sack on Franklin. Hand up in the middle, Daniels. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. He gets down to the 19. Pickup of 11. Probably the best run from scrimmage tonight from Clyde, straight at the middle of the Sandusky defense.
Yeah, that definitely is the best run that they've had. Micaiah Brown, number 73, 6'2", 235, and Daniels went right past him.
14 plays that drive by Sandusky. If you're a Clyde fan, you're saying thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because that play was just whittling, eventually going to get into the end zone. No doubt about it. And back is Cook. He throws it. Caught. Wilson down to the 10. And let's see if they give him the first down or not.
He's going to be about 2 yards short.
All right, thank you, Brad.
Tristan Durham was right there to make that stop to not allow him to get that first down.
1:58 and counting here in the third. There's been no score. Sandusky with a 14-play drive down inside at the Clyde, 9-yard line. And they end up getting sacked all the way back with a penalty. Here comes Overmeyer, head down, and nowhere for him to go as he might get to the 8-yard line, but that might be enough for the first down.
Yeah, I think it is. It was a nice job by the Clyde line just to push the Sandusky defensive line back enough to get him past that first down marker.
All right, the Fremont floor covering red zone. Now the Flyers in. And what are they going to measure?
Sandusky is calling a timeout.
Sandusky going to call a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 1:34 to go. So just to give you the scoring, because we didn't get a chance to do that at halftime, Clyde's first possession of the night, Overmeyer had a 1-yard run, touchdown, 9-play, extra point good. At the 5:06 point of the first, of 7-0 Clyde. Sandusky went 6 and out, punted. Clyde got the ball back. This time they went 7 plays, 80 yards with 36 seconds to go in the first. And Knopf's on a 74-yard pass, just perfect. The extra point was not good, and it was 13-0. Then it was Sandusky get on the board. They ran 4 plays, and Franklin had a 30-yard run at the 10:52 mark of the second, 13-7. Clyde went 4 and out and punted. Then again, Sandusky got on the Clyde 41. They went 7 plays, 41 yards. At the 6:23 mark, Williams on a 27-yard touchdown pass, 14-13, and that was our score. Clyde did drive late in the second quarter, but it was a Cook interception that kind of stalled that drive. Here we go. Cook keeps himself, head down, and where is he at?
About the 1.
Okay, at the 1-yard line.
Nice job of that Clyde offensive line, just creating a little bit of a seam for Cook to be able to squeeze through to get that ball down on the 1.
Second and goal at the 1. First time Cook's number got called.
Hey, Cook's not in right now,
okay.
fellas. That was Griffin Knopfs, I believe.
Okay.
He's in a Wildcat.
Okay. And it's going to be a Wildcat again. This time he's trying to get forward. Does he get there, Brad, or not?
Nope, they're calling it about the 6-inch line.
Where is Jaden Cook?
Yeah, it's hard to see the numbers from this point right here.
We can't see him from here.
He's on the sideline over there. He doesn't look injured.
Okay.
I think he's saying, "Do you need me, Coach?"
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he's saying. I can see him. He's he's keeping an eye on Coach Carter. Like, all right, I'm ready.
Third and goal at the 1. They do it again. This time Griffin Nuss, I'm sure he's into the end zone now, and it is a touchdown. So Clyde runs the Wildcat. First time we've seen it this year. And this time the Flyers, Nuffs. And that's going to be Nuffs, let's see, second score, 1 by pass and 1 yard to run by Nuffs.
Clyde Line did a nice job that time of just pushing the Sandusky defenders back into the end zone, and also kind of backed his way in to get across the goal line.
6-play, 30-yard drive by Clyde.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here to try to put them up 7.
Okay. It's 19-14. And let's see what the Flyers want to do. Cook is back in. Omar to his right side. Cook given direction. Man in motion. Cook wants to keep it. He's looking to pass wide open in the backside, and he overthrows him. And he's looking at himself like, oh my gosh, it was wide open.
It was wide open.
Yep, Robbie Greenslade wide open, just a little bit overthrown over here by Jason.
All right, the extra point is no good. And the score now, Clyde is 19, Sandusky 15, and we'll keep it right here.
14,
excuse me.
Yeah, that time, that was a great setup, another throwback, and that's the second time that they've had a throwback.
They ran that last week.
Right.
Against Columbia.
And early on in the game when they tried to run that, it was nullified by a holding penalty, and but it was set up perfectly both times. It just wasn't able to make that connection.
So the Flyers get the first score of the second half, and that's another $100 by Sunrise Cooperative to the Feeding the Cure program at The Ohio State University. Thank you to Sunrise Cooperative. $500 just in this game alone. But you got to remember, all of our games.
That's going out of bounds.
And that'll get the ball at the 35. All of our games that they're donating. So there's some coin that's getting.
Yes, there is.
Getting supported right now.
You know, if I was Sandusky, I'd make Clyde kick that again, because you know they're going to squib it, so you move them back. Even though you're getting it at the 35 right here, they've had field position on kickoffs all night. But Sandusky's going to play it safe, and they're just going to take it on the 35-yard line.
All right. Yeah, we've got at least 11-plus touchdowns tonight so far. So $1,100 more has been donated by
That's
Sunrise
awesome.
Cooperative. That's just fantastic. 31 seconds to go, 19-14. Clyde with the lead. Here comes Pissarri. He tries to get to the outside, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another, and finally the gain tackle him back. A little bit of a loss, maybe about a half yard.
And that was Andrew Bauer that came up and made that from his safety spot. Now, he was being held up by Walker Britt, but Andrew Bauer is doing a nice job of being all over on the field tonight, coming up and making that stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you what, they have done a good job. The defensive backfield for Clyde,
they played well.
In run support, have done very well. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to move into the fourth quarter. Clyde with the lead, 19-14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of the action. Glad you're with us here tonight on Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football on 92.1 The Wolf.
While the battle on the field is intense, I'm suggesting a place that's not so intense. You're invited to the Buckeye Restaurant and Suites in Clyde. The Buckeye is a new family restaurant serving comfort food. This is one thing the Flyers and Blue Streaks can all agree on: delicious food, hometown comfort, and the best service. Visit the Buckeye, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 203 West Buckeye Street in Clyde. Check us out on the web, buckeyerestaurant.com.
Do you know what's going on with your insurance? Welty Insurance Group will give you a pain-free pandemic insurance checkup. Welty Insurance Group and Erie Insurance have coverage for home, life, auto, boats, motorcycles, and commercial. Get a quote you can trust and get a chance to win a gas card. Our family serving yours. Call Welty Insurance Group at 419-334-4477. Your Erie agents in Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, Cary, and Sandusky. And at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And back to action. Pass play incomplete by the Blue Streaks. I'll make a 3rd down and 10. And just to clarify, did you see that? Which is obviously brought to you by the Ice Hunters Northwest Ohio, Mike. See 2020 and 2020 customized eye care plan for eye centers in Northwest Ohio. The Flyers find a way to get that score and get the lead after they looked like they blew a tire.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, playing with a little more vigor, the fans obviously are ready. 3rd and 10. They fake it. Quarterback keeper by Franklin. He gets hit and dropped after a gain of 1.
Blue Norman was right there. He was not blocked at all on that. And that's a play that Franklin was able to score a touchdown on in the first half. But Clyde was ready for it that time.
So Clyde will get the ball back and see if that offense can find itself. Just to clarify, Mike, on all of our games on the BAS Sports Network tonight so far, Sunrise Cooperative has donated $2,500 tonight, just tonight alone. So there's the snap. There's the punt by Franklin. It's low, but it's a floater, and fair catch called by Clyde at the 26, and they will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. So let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, you're down there, and you're seeing the competition, the speed, and the hitting. What have you noticed here over the last 4 minutes of this ball game?
What I've noticed the last 4 minutes, some really good football. I mean, Sandusky took the ball, drove it down. Huge play by Clyde to get that fumble, and then Robbie Greensleeve pick it up, bring it down here. Clyde mix it up a little bit, Wildcat. So this last, I think, quarter, really some good football by both teams.
Of course, we never did get your real clear opinion on Joe Burrow's performance last night in Cleveland.
Excellent
Brad.
for a rookie. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good things to come, I think, as long as Andy Dalton's gone. I think Bengals definitely going to be looking a little better.
All right. They just don't want you to come down to Cincinnati talking like that. So here we go. Fake handoff. They're going to look to throw it, and it's going to be a pass down the middle, and it's going to be overthrown. That time, the intended receiver for Clyde was Cameron Tuckerman. And Tuckerman had a step. The ball was a little overthrown. Tell you what, credit Jaden Cook for staying in the pocket, Mike. I think he got popped pretty good.
Yeah, he had some pressure on him, and Anthony DeMarco was in coverage, but he was about a step behind.
2nd down and 10. Clyde wanting to go big play on 1st down. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Wilson here to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. And I believe that's Berger at the wingback position. Boy, it looked like defensive lineman just jumped on that one, and Clyde's going to hand off, go off left tackle. Looks like Overmeyer with the carry. And he's going to pick up about 4. They're going to get him to almost the 32. Is that about the 32 where we're at?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6. Boy, it looked to me like...
It looked like Isaiah Taylor was... he must have timed that just perfectly.
It must have been because he was right across the line of scrimmage. Right up under center is Cook. Here comes Berger in motion, and they're going to have a penalty, and they're going to call Clyde for procedure. So I wonder who moved.
I don't know, but that makes it awful rough now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, put it back 5 more yards.
Well, was that the 32? So it's going to go back to about the original line of scrimmage, make it almost 11. So it will be 3rd down. I'll call it 11. 10-19 to go in this ball game. Clyde hanging on to a 5-point lead, the only score of the second half so far. Let's see how they pressure Jaden Cook. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He throws it out here. Wide open. And it'll be for a 1st down and more. And getting the ball all the way down to the 49-yard line. And we'll try and pick up the receiver. I believe it's Nuffs again.
Yeah.
I tell you what, blown coverage or good pattern, either way.
Well, one thing that Clyde's doing, they're flooding that zone over there.
Right.
Nobody's taking that intermediate. So the receiver, which was Nuffs that time, was right in the middle, had a linebacker up, defensive back behind with nobody in the middle.
Just as Sandusky, handoff up the middle. Here's a nice 1st down run by Daniels, and he keeps himself going all the way to the 42-yard line, pickup of at least 8. Yeah, they'll spot him at the 42. Mike Sandusky was throwing that 5-7-yard open seam. Clyde's finding the 12, 15-yard open flat out on the far side. 3 receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Jaden Cook, leading passing quarterback, I believe, in the SBC, correct?
Yes, he is. He is number 1 in the Lake Division.
All right. So he's going to step back. His second and short at the 42. He's got time straight back. He's got it high, and there's going to be pass interference right there. They had two defenders that they just kind of pancaked the intended receiver. And again, that receiver, let's see who that is.
That was Wilson, wasn't it?
No, that was Wilson. Yep. So that penalty is a big one.
Yeah, that was Talley and Justy that were on coverage. They had him sandwiched, but they got a little foot collision with Wilson and went down to the ground. The official saw that. It was a pretty easy one to call.
And it'll be first and 10 at the 27. They played a little bumper pool with him, Mike.
Yeah, a little bit.
They did. All right, 9:03 to go. Clyde with a 5-point lead and the football. Handoff up the middle. Daniels. He gets hit the line of scrimmage, and they just throw him back. He'll pick up 1 to the 26.
Yeah, Jason Midtower was all over that. He just wrapped him up. Midtower's 6 foot, 205 senior that wrapped him up and kind of threw him back.
Our next broadcast is going to be Clyde at Norwalk. Then Clyde will finish with Bellevue. So talking about the strong part of their schedule, Columbian, Sandusky, Norwalk, Bellevue.
Yeah.
Pretty tough lineup there for the Clyde Fliers. They've got the lead, and they're moving with the ball. Cook, back. Here comes a blitz. He pump fakes. He's going to break one. He's running straight up the middle. Jaden Cook says, I want a touchdown. And straight up the middle, he scores.
I tell you, that was a great job by Cook because they had him. Sandusky had a great defense called if you make the play. Right. Justy was coming after him on a linebacker blitz from the outside. He had his eyes set right on Cook. Cook saw it coming, saw the opening up the middle, was able to find the seam and just take it into the end zone.
They had his jersey, too, on that, and he's able to fight that off and sprint to the end zone.
8 plays, 74-yard drive. All the Clyde drives tonight have been 70, 80, and 74 yards. Except for the last score, that was 30. And Holman in for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick is good. We'll take a timeout, 8:17 to go in this one. Clyde pulling away a little bit, 25-14. We'll be back after this.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine-in, carry-out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Well, your in-game scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Athletic Supply. It's Clyde 26 and Sandusky 14 with 8:11 to go. Sandusky gets the kick return, and Clyde doesn't kick it deep, so they kind of squib it out there. And Sandusky advances all the way up to their own 43-yard line. So kind of big drive for the Blue Streaks right now, Mike.
Yeah, this is do or die right now with 8:11 left to go, even though, you know, it's still it's 2 scores to be able to get back in this.
They got Talley, they got Williams, they got Roldan out in the flex. Here comes Pisarski. Oh, I tell you what, he catches a little flare pass, and he'll get hit and dropped. And he'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2 to the 45. That time the defender, the right side defensive end for Clyde, just about tipped that ball.
Robbie Greenslade, if his fingers had been about 2 inches longer, he would have hit that ball down on the ground.
So let's see how Sandusky plays. There's more than enough time left in this game, but they would have to score quickly.
Yes.
They find themselves down by 12. Now the 3 receivers are to this near side. Back to throw is Franklin, straight back, looking. Seam pattern down the right-hand side. Wide open, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown.
You said it, John. They got to score quickly, and that's exactly what they did.
And that's going to be J.T. Lewis. 45-yard touchdown pass.
You know, they've been going after Darian Ayers a lot. Darian's made a lot of good plays tonight, but I think that time at 5'7", you know, he just couldn't quite get up and get his fingers on that football.
6'2", Lewis is 6'2".
A big difference in the height right there.
And Lewis did catch it at the high point, too.
He did, and that was a perfectly thrown ball. So,
and Ayers was there, Mike.
Yeah, he was. He was all over it. I mean, you can't fault him.
Here's the extra point. Snap, down, low, up, and looks to be good. We'll keep it right here. Now you're in game scoreboard. It's a 5-point ball game. It is Clyde 26, Sandusky 21.
You said it, John. Sandusky's going to have to score quick if they want to be able to get back in this and take the lead, and that's exactly what they did. The very next play, you know, just went right down the field, long pass play, and that's something that Sandusky's been able to do, and that's pretty much been their forte on the season with, you know, coming into this game with 502 or 520 yards passing. So, you know, that's something that they know they can. And Clyde did not get a whole lot of pressure on Franklin that time. He was able to deliver that ball.
And Franklin's got a nice arm. He's shown that he can throw the deep ball and throw it on target. If he's got time to throw, he's really a nice quarterback. He's 6 foot, 175. And Franklin he's an athlete, of course. You know, I tell you what, his dad's a head coach. And,
well, you got the coach's kid.
And he's proven to be.
Been around football all his life.
Like, are they going to squid this?
They are. And they're going to get it.
No, they didn't go 10 yards.
Yes, it did go 10 yards. And it is Sandusky's ball.
Yep.
It did go 10 yards. It's at the 49-yard line. The 50's 10, so it went the exact right amount. And there was nobody from the front line of Clyde that was actually even looking at that.
I just got a feel when I looked at the kicker, I thought, wait, he's in a different position. I could tell they were going to do it.
Yeah, the way they were lined up as well. Everybody was tight.
Well, I tell you what, big turnover.
Mike, the Sandusky guys were looking at the ball, laying on the ground like, did it go far enough? Because there wasn't a Clyde guy anywhere around.
There wasn't. No, I know.
It was never even close. So Sandusky trying to take the lead here. Touchdown will put them in the lead. Here we go, Franklin. Hands off. Pisarski, he's got a breakaway run. Here he goes. He's at the 40 to the outside, turns corner at the 30, at the 25, and knocked out of bounds at the 22.
Darian Ayers came up and made a touchdown-saving tackle. If he would not have came up and made that tackle, that would have been 6 on the board very, very quickly for Sandusky.
Wow. So that run gets it all the way down to, I think, the 22. Pickup of 26. Showing some pretty quick legs this late in the ball game.
Yeah, you know, with 7:17 left to go in the game, John, they're going to score. If they score quickly, Clyde still got a lot of time to come back.
Absolutely. But either way, Sandusky is.
They're on the move.
They've called a wonderful game here tonight. They give to Pisarski again. This time he stutters, and this time he's not going to go anywhere. He'll get no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Well, I tell you what, you know, you would think that you'd wait a little later in the ball game for that onside kick, but I got to give credit to Coach Franklin. He has called a phenomenal ball game here tonight.
Absolutely, and Clyde was unaware.
They had no clue.
Of that. No, they had no idea that was coming.
No clue. 2nd down and 10 at the 22, 6:41 and counting. 26-21, Clyde with the 5-point lead. Sandusky with the ball trying to take the lead. And we're going to have a penalty here. It's going to be offsides offense.
They must have had one of the receivers lining up over the line of scrimmage.
Let's go down to Brad Bannister, see if he got his eyes on that.
I don't know which receiver it was, but I know that these three out here were talking on my side of the field.
Wow. That's a pretty big penalty right there.
That moves it back to the 27. So make it 2nd down and 15 at the 27. I tell you what, Franklin likes to throw to the middle of the field, Mike.
Yeah.
And right now he's got Roldan here one-on-one.
And no safety deep now.
Nope. And he's looking right off the middle of the field. He's looking.
And
right
that's
over
where
the
they're
middle
going.
of the field. And it's going to be a touchdown.
That's exactly where they went, John. No safety in the middle of the field. That's when you take advantage of that. You bring somebody across, run that skinny post. And obviously the effect of that was 6 points.
I'm not sure who caught it.
Brad, could you see a number on that?
No, I did not get the number there, fellas.
Well, if I could see it, you would think Clyde could see it. Just saying. So they're going to go for 2 maybe. They have scored quickly. They have scored here in under a minute and a half. Again.
I want to say it was 14 for Sandusky that made that catch.
I think it was.
And I would have to say Talley would be the one that I would agree with.
They're throwing back in the middle. Is it any good? It's incomplete. All right, so they go for 2. They don't convert. Your score now is Sandusky 27, Clyde 26. With 6:08 to go in this. I'm going to keep it right here. I think our last update, we had Fremont Ross 28-12 over Whitmer.
Well, that's awesome for the Little Giants.
Moment of truth time for these Clyde Fliers. A moment of truth time for these Sandusky Blue Streaks. They're trying to break this winless record. And I tell you what, they've done everything tonight to make that happen.
Yes, they have. And the big play capabilities that Sandusky has. We know that Sandusky has athletes, and they're able to make the big plays. And Franklin has shown that he definitely deserves to be out there and be able to take the reins of this. Now, obviously, they're going to kick this one deep.
Quick update, fellas. Bellevue 20, Columbian 13 in the fourth quarter.
All right, so the Bellevue Redmond.
That's exactly what Clyde wants to see.
Yeah. 28-24, Ross. So here comes Whitmer coming back. There's a kickoff. It's going to bounce. Boy, they better pick it up. They finally fumbled around and get along the sideline. I'm not sure they got to the 20-yard line. So right now, Jaden Cook and his Clyde Fliers are going to need to operate. And we've got a late flag here.
We've got a lot of flags on that sideline over there.
What happened over there, Brad?
There's a lot of coaches out on the field. They were kind of hooping and hollering after they made that tackle. So I think that's where it came from because they've already had a sideline warning.
Yes, they have. I wonder where they're going to spot that ball initially. All right, so for Sandusky, Jason Mittauer.
I think he must have been taunting a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to give the opposite team a little bit of a break, you just did. That ball was going to be inside the 20, and now they're going to spot it somewhere around the 35-yard line. It will be 1st and 10, Clyde at the 35.
Yeah, that's a huge break for Clyde.
Should be no panic. This is when Jaden Cook, the junior, his first-year quarterback, his 4th game as a quarterback, obviously needs all 11 players to be on the same page. Nice methodical drive here could do them wonders, but Sandusky has shown that they can score quickly as they have here tonight. They scored 2 plays the time before. They scored in 3 plays this last touchdown. Mike, in the span of a minute and a half, they ran 5 plays and scored twice.
Yeah, that's something that Sandusky, we know, big play capability, they have the opportunity to do.
So Cook got one running back next to him. Here comes Knopfs in motion. Jaden Cook looking to throw. It's going to be a stop and go for Wilson. It's going to be thrown out there and just overthrows Wilson. Good coverage by the Blue Streaks that time. Tristan Duran, senior, step by step with him.
Yeah, that time they did not get fooled. They had a little stop and go, and Duran was able to, keep his eyes on Wilson and not get his eyes in the backfield and go for that fake.
Well, that's one of those telegraphed plays, really. They didn't have any misdirection. They couldn't draw the defender off with the quarterback looking other ways. Straight up the middle this time, and this is going to be for a gain of 1 yard. The Sandusky Blue Streaks defense holding tight here. Clyde with now a 3rd and a long 8. And the Sandusky fans are on their feet, and they are whooping and hollering over there because they're sensing they might have their first win of the season.
Yeah, Micaiah Brown not getting moved off that line of scrimmage for Sandusky.
5:35 to go. Cook back to throw. Looking. He's going to throw it in here. It's going to be complete. Griffin Nuff's with it. He'll fight forward, and he'll get the first down to the 48-yard line. I tell you what, Clyde has consistently been able to get that 15-yard pattern, Mike. It's so wide open.
Yeah, the outside receiver's running the post. The second receiver's running it out, and then you've got another back that's coming up at about 5 yards, so leaving that mid-seam wide open.
1st and 10, Clyde. Handoff up the middle, powering forward. Daniels across the 45 to the 44. Pickup of 4. And, Mike, you're looking at 5 minutes to go here. You're down by a point. You've got all your timeouts. How quickly do you want to score?
Well, it doesn't really matter. They could score with a minute and a half left, and Sandusky would be able to come down the field. But we know Clyde does have a good field goal kicker.
Here we go. Quick out to Wilson. Head down. Wilson turns and picks up 5 after the reception, gets the first down to the 34.
Yeah, Clyde's doing a nice job. Right now, Sandusky's playing off. They're
playing soft.
Yeah, they're just giving them those 5 to 7 yard outs. And Duran again had to come up and make that stop, but he's playing off a good 5 yards.
So the Flyers down are responding. This is a nice drive so far by the Clyde Flyers and Jaden Cook, the junior quarterback. Berger goes in motion, sets back to the far side. They're going to hand off up the middle. Daniels breaks around. He's got a first down, and it gets down to the 23. 1st and 10, Clyde.
Yeah, that was a nice job. And that was set up by Trenton Monamy, who made a great block to be able to spring that to get Daniels into the secondary.
1st and 10, Clyde. Driving. 3:58 to go. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. High handoff. Daniels again. Head down, spins, and he'll power forward. This time he takes the running of defender with him and gets down to the 17, a pickup of 6. Here's some scores quickly for you. It is Norwalk 30-14 over Perkins. Bellevue 20-13 over Columbian. And the raw score not updated, but it was 28-22, I think. Gibsonburg 54-7 over Margaretta. Port Clinton 54-0 over Willard. Edison 22-16 over Oak Harbor. They come back and win. High snap, Cook to Daniels, nowhere to go, and he gets dropped for no gain.
What a nice job by Dylan Pollard right there. He was getting blocked, and he just kind of reached around and was able to grab Daniels by a leg and pull him down.
Big 3rd down play for Clyde. Again, 27-26, your in-game scoreboard by Fremont Athletic Supply. 2:50 and counting. 3rd down. Overmeyer in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side. Tight formation. Here comes Berger in motion to the right side. And what are we going to have? Looking at the side judge and waiting for a call. They're going to say it's against Clyde.
Somebody lined up in that neutral zone.
It was Robbie Greenslade.
3rd down.
With the encroachment. That puts you in a little bit of a position. Now you're 3rd down and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, let's see if they can find that intermediate pass again.
All right, so you got Nuffs and Wilson here on the near side. You got on the far side, we're going to have a timeout. Clyde's going to take a timeout. We'll take one quickly here. 2:21 to go. Down by 1 with the ball. We'll be back after this.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Ohio's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Oh!
That's a helmet-to-helmet right there.
Yeah, that is a helmet.
And that is a penalty. So we got 2 penalties.
I think it's holding for Clyde and a helmet-to-helmet hit by Sandusky on Jaden Cook, which is a bad
personal foul.
That's personal foul, and that would override it, right? Those won't be nullified penalties.
I don't believe it will.
No. So the head official, I mean, Jaden Cook, you cannot take more head-to-head hit than what he just did.
No, that was direct.
Here we go with the call by Kevin Rodenhauser, head official here tonight. Holding Clyde.
They do offset.
Wow. That's hard to believe.
Yeah,
Man, he hit hard. Those helmets, I'm down here on this sideline, right at the goal line where that happened. And, man, did they both collide hard down here.
Yeah, it's a wonder they both got up and were walking to the right huddle.
Surprised that one of the players is still in the game.
Yeah, in the NFL college, they'd be ejected.
Out. You'd be done. 3rd down and 10. Credit Cook. Back. Looking to throw. Out here. Caught by Wilson. Wilson stutter steps, puts his head down, and gets down to the 11. He's going to get the 1st down. I tell you what, great move by Brady Wilson to stutter step back and go forward. 1st and 10, Clyde at the 11 with 1:57 to go. Can the Flyers come back again against the Blue Streaks? And do the Blue Streaks have something up their sleeve?
Yeah, it's, with the 1:44 and counting, it's going to be very interesting to see what Clyde's able to do right now.
This one coming down to the wire, 27-26. Sandusky with the lead, Clyde driving with 1:33 to go. Handoff, Daniels, head down, powers down to the 5, and gets across the 5, just inside the 5, so we'll give it at the 5-yard line. Pickup of 6, and that'll be 2nd down and 4. Clyde can get 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, that's getting pretty close down there, but they can't get a 1st down. You're right, John.
Here we go. Daniels to the left to Cook. High snap, Daniels again, head down. Powers in, touchdown, touchdown Clyde. Oh, man, I tell you what. Daniels said, I've been hurt all game, but not enough to get in the zone. Touchdown Clyde. And that touchdown comes with 59 seconds to go in this one.
Wow, that was a great job by that Clyde offensive line, too. That left side of the line did a super job at just pushing the Sandusky Blue Streaks back into the end zone, and Daniels just ran right into the back of them as they were pushing Sandusky into the end zone to get in and get that score.
Now Clyde is trying to make a decision if they're going for 2, and I think they are. If they go for 2, then Sandusky's got to get a touchdown and an extra point. Here we go. Man in motion, they pump fake. Look at this side, open in the end zone. Cook is going to get hit, and does he get it or not?
They got it.
He does. Jaden Cook gets the pylon for the score. Oh, the junior quarterback dials it in and gets into the end zone.
That was a great job of Cook being able to just take a nice angle right to that pylon. He stretched the ball out right in front of Brad Bannister and was able to hit the pylon with the ball.
Hey, I caught every moment of that, guys, as I was backing up and Jaden Cook like he was ready to run into me. And you said it correctly, Mike. He looked like he was going out at about the 1, took his left hand with the ball, reached it across the pylon, got it through the pylon, lost the ball out of bounds, but it was already in the end zone.
What a play. I tell you what, guys. This game, I think, has been a little coming in age of the Clyde quarterback.
Yeah,
I made some good runs. He took the helmet-to-helmet hit.
Right.
It could have knocked him out who knows where. He might still not quite be sure where he's at. On the other hand, made all the throws that needed to be made. Great decisions down that whole drive. Clyde goes 12 plays, 65 yards, and they run almost 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes off on that drive. You could not do any better. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a squibber itself, and it's loose on the ground.
It doesn't matter. It hit a Clyde player.
Oh, it hit a Clyde player, okay.
At about the 42-yard line. So that is where they're going to spot the ball, wow. I believe.
What field position, fellas?
42-yard line. Yeah, it went off a Clyde player's leg.
And where are they going to spot it? They're going to spot it at the 50?
No, they're going to. Well.
Yeah, there they go.
I guess they thought it was a 44-yard line. It was a couple yards off, but when it hit the Clyde player, that's where they're going to spot the ball.
Sandusky's got it at the 44-yard line of Clyde with 54 seconds left. Are they running? Are they throwing?
They're not sure. They're a little confused.
Are they picking on number 4 of Clyde because of his height? What a great game he's played. Let's see. They like to go the seam patterns. They like to go across the middle. Let's see if Clyde can get pressure on Franklin. There they go. Franklin looking, thrown across the middle. Incomplete, intercepted! Oh! Welcome! Clyde Fliers are going to win this one. And it was Bailey Eberly off the tip pass, and Clyde takes over.
What a great play by Eberly. He saw that ball up in the air, and he had to stretch out and reach out, and he was prone to the ground when he caught that ball. He was able to get it in both hands and secure it when he hit the ground. Just a great defensive play by Eberly.
Well, I tell you what, Franklin was being pressured. That time he was rolling his right through a little bit back to his left. Clyde had great coverage on all receivers. Got tipped, and Eberly went completely prone to get it. And the Clyde Fliers are in victory formation. And the Cats got 9 lives here tonight as the Clyde Fliers fell down 14-13 to Sandusky. They come back to win 34-27. It's just a matter of letting the clock run out. Oh my, what a come from behind big win. So again, some other finals if we have them. Right now, Norwalk over Perkins 31-21. As the Clyde fans are going to just be jubilant, to say the least, as they win here tonight. We'll update the rest of these scores for you. But it's going to be our final. Clyde 34, Sandusky 7. You got to hear it live here tonight, folks, on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network. Stay tuned for our Frozone post-game show on 92.1 The Wolf.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92.1 The Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Did you know propane is made in America? Yep, right here in the good old US of A. Just an interesting fact I wanted to share. Another fact I'd like to share is Sunrise has one of the largest storage capacity of propane in the state of Ohio. That's right, we have the propane to get our customers through the worst of times, plus some. To make sure you have the propane this heating season, call Sunrise. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO.